And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road as we are today. We are here again at Lingerfeld Drug Center in downtown Elizabeth. It's a short night. Whew, we had basketball last night. Look up and it's time to do it all over again. So here we are broadcasting live again on this Wednesday. We're normally at Chick-fil-A. We'll be there next Wednesday. But today we're at Lingerfeld Drug Center, downtown Elizabeth. And show number 2445. Going to be joined by we got him coming in here. Andrew Smith, sports writer, John City Press. Also, Jeff Birchfield will come along in a little while and talk NASCAR. It's Daytona 500 weekend. Also, we're going to be talking to our buddy Andrew McKeon, El Presidente at Carter County Bank, who's right across the hallway from us, one of our great sponsors. So, and Mr. Baseball is going to join us, Greg Salyer. So, full plate as we always are, and we like that. We appreciate these guys coming and being on the show and cutting time out of their normal routine to come be with us. I can't thank him enough for that. And so Andrew Smith's our first guest, and we'll get him on just as soon as we bring you some national anthem music. And who might do that today? How about, let's see, who don't want today? Let's go down and find, why not? Let's go in. We did them the other day. They're good, and they were gracious enough to do this for me, and I appreciate that. That would be the folks, let's do Faith Hill. Turn it loose, Faith. You're on. Andrew Smith joins us on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets rang glad, the bombs bursting in air, yea, through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of
Drug Center. Health Mart Pharmacy. Tell me about that. Why does that help the consumer to come here to shop?
Yeah, the Health Mart is a group that whenever pharmacies buy drugs, they're able to contract with small pharmacies and get us purchasing power the same as a big pharmacy would be able to do, like a big chain or something like that. So basically, all our prescriptions that we buy and anything over the counter, like medicines, braces, glasses, really about anything, it lets us get cheaper prices. That is good for us and good for our customers, because a lot of people think coming to a small pharmacy you may have to pay more for prescriptions or over the counters, but if anything, it's cheaper here.
Yep. It's not the case. It's cheaper here. Hours are open, again, at Lingerfeld Drug Center.
Yeah, here Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 12.
How do we find you on social media?
On Facebook is Lingerfeld Drug Center.
And you know when we're asking, the magic phone number is?
It's 423-542-2138.
Health Mart Pharmacy. There's a sign hanging up there. Lingerfield Drug Center, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, guest number one, by the way, Loda Baker. We saw her last night in all her pageantry and glory. This is pretty cool. The Robotics Club made this for me. These are cool, and we'll start buying these and giving these out. Tom Taylor Sports Show pins. Thought that's pretty cool. They're doing it to raise money for the Robotics Club. They had a little thing out there in the hallway last night in the game. You can get tumblers, all kinds of cool stuff. So we're going to have him, John Lee, and his kids are going to be doing some stuff for us. I thought that was pretty cool. So has nothing to do with why Andrew's here. He's here. Talk sports. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, doing well.
Thanks for coming.
Beautiful Wednesday morning.
It is. It's gorgeous. So sun's out. Excuse me. The weather's good. The snow's gone. We had rain last night to really wash most of it away. There may be some here and there in those big piles, but for all intents and purposes, it's gone, which is good. But there's more coming, I'm sure, before it's over with. But you had pitchers and catchers report yesterday, starting in yesterday, and so tells us spring is right around the corner, which means baseball and soccer and boys soccer, track and field, baseball, softball, and tennis for all the high schools. Then you blink and we'll be talking high school football. It'll be here before you know it. I'm telling you, it'll August is not that far away. What are we? February, so we're talking 10 months away from the start of football season. So we'll let that get here. Let it. We got a lot between now and then, but I'm telling you, it rolls around quicker and quicker and quicker. So you've got pitchers today going in. Pitchers and catchers will be the Athletics, the Cubs, the Reds, Kansas City, the Angels, and the Padres in the Cactus League. And the Grapefruit League going in today. Baltimore, pitchers and catchers for Detroit, Houston, Miami, the Mets, the Phillies, the Pirates, the Blue Jays, and Washington. So they're all going in. Your team did not get good news yesterday. Tell us what's going on with the Bravos.
Yeah, didn't even make it to lunchtime before some bad news struck. Spencer Schwellenbach was projected to be probably the number 3 starter in the rotation, maybe the number 2. Got placed on the 60-day IL with they originally called it right elbow inflammation. Schwellenbach talked to the media this morning, and it sounds like some bone spur issues in his elbow kind of propped up here in the past week and a half or so. So he'll be going on the 60-day. Will miss a good chunk of time. Also going on the 60-day IL last night was reliever Joe Jimenez it was articular cartilage situation there, so that does not sound particularly good.
No.
So not great. They signed Jonah Heim as a backup catcher, and they're doing some things. I wish one of those things was signing a starting pitcher. They should have done that like 2 weeks ago. But hey, some quality arms are still out there. Zach Allen, Chris Bassett, want to take a flyer on Lucas Giolito. Those are options that are still out there here on February the 11th. But you need to do something because these pitchers are dropping like flies already.
You had Verlander signed since we were on last week. Jose Quintana, rather. He just signed with the Rockies, so he's in or done. So you still got guys out there. But, we got Schwellenbach you're counting on now. He's went to the IL for how long, did they say?
It's a 60-day stint, but it'll probably take up a good chunk of the year. They haven't given a real timeline yet.
Yeah. So they can't count on him. Hello to JoJo. Thank you for watching. Baker's watching. Those guys were amazing last night at the Robotics Club. Birthdays today, Sheryl Crow, 64. Jennifer Aniston having a birthday. Jennifer, a lot of the boys like her. She's 57. And if you remember Gilligan's Island? Did you ever watch that?
I never watched it much, but I do remember seeing it come on occasionally.
Great. Ginger, who is Tina Louise in real life, she's still alive. Obviously, she's having a birthday. She's 92 today. So if you remember watching Gilligan's Island, and Ginger, the movie star, the diva, she was 92. Of course, the girl that we all liked was Mary Ann, the girl next door. She's gone. But Tina Louise, his birthday girl today, Ginger off Gilligan's Island, is 92 years young. So there you go. Joey Aguilar, what's going on, Joey? What's the latest on the Vols quarterback?
Not much has developed since the last time we talked. They ended up pushing back his hearing for his lawsuit in search of another year of eligibility. Was originally scheduled to be last Friday. They've now pushed it to this Friday. So not much has really changed by way of that. The temporary restraining order is still in place. Not much has really changed there. Not much will change until a ruling is heard, or until a ruling comes down either late Friday or potentially next Monday.
NCAA ruled against Bediako earlier in the week, so he can't play more with Alabama unless they sue. And I don't know if I've not heard if he's going to counter sue or counter anything. So they told him no. How much leverage will that have on the Aguilar case on Friday? Because now you got something to fall back on if you're the NCAA saying, okay, we said no to Bediako, we're going to say no to you or yes to you or whatever. So will that have any bearing on Friday's ruling, do you think?
It could, although I would argue there's enough nuance and differences between the Bediako case and the Aguilar case to where you can't just straight up use Bediako as a precedent. Because if you look at Charles Bediako, he was in college basketball for 2 years, forwent his eligibility to test the NBA waters, didn't go the way he wanted to, and after a few years decided he wanted to come back. Meanwhile, with Joey, he has never left college football. He started the JUCO ranks and has since moved to FBS and Power 4 football. So I think the main argument that that Joey and his attorney will have in the case, and I think I've said this before, is that they are going to argue that JUCO years should not count against NCAA eligibility because JUCOs are not NCAA affiliated schools. So whether they'll win that or not, I don't know. I feel like there's a shot of it at least. But I think that there are enough differences between Aguilar and Bediako in order for the Bediako case to not immediately strike down any chance Joey has of coming back.
So you don't think he's coming?
I've got it about 50-50.
Yeah.
I maybe slight lean he comes back, but I don't have a great feel for it, really.
We talked about this last week. If he doesn't come back, the quarterback camp's kind of thin, I would think, because you got McIntyre, you got the kid Staub from Colorado, and you've got the true freshman, Faison Brandon. So can a true freshman be successful? I mean, a literal true freshman get thrown to the wolves in the SEC. Can he do that? Can he be successful?
Maybe, although I probably would not count on him winning the job. It will be an open competition if Aguilar can't come back, and I would lean that George McIntyre would be your probably short favorite to win the job, given he has experience in the system. You would think he probably, since the last time I saw him on a football field was last year's spring game, I would assume he's put on a little bit more weight than then, and he was a talented but definitely string bean type build for McIntyre. Which to be expected. He was a true freshman last spring and early enrollee, so you would hope a year in the SEC strength and conditioning program will allow him to bulk up a little bit, to be able to withstand some of the hits you'll take in the SEC.
So the naysayers, the volunteer football program, I read more and more on the Facebook, and I read a little bit of it. And say, I don't want to read any more of this stuff because most of these people don't have a clue what they're talking about. But some have merit in that. You look at, here comes Dr. Carter. Hello, Dr. Carter. Good morning, how are you? Wide open. He's going to join us here in a little while. So the naysayers from Tennessee football would say, okay, it's the SEC, it's Tennessee football. Why do we have a deficiency quarterback? Why are they not lined up? Hype was a quarterback in his own right back in the day. Shouldn't be a problem to get up good quality quarterbacks to play for Tennessee. This is not Yin Yang State or whatever. So what would be your response to that? Why is there right now going into spring practice a void, and we're hoping and waiting on Joey Aguilar to get the green light to play one more time?
I don't think there's a void of talent. I think especially McIntyre and Brandon are extremely talented quarterbacks. So I don't think talent's the issue. But I think what we've seen, especially in the portal era, although I think you could probably trace it back to much of recent history, is that experience at the quarterback position wins. And Tennessee just doesn't have it right now. Ryan Staub is your most experienced quarterback, and he's probably projects more as your backup than your starter, you would think. And anytime you have a chance to add somebody with a lot of college experience like Joey Aguilar does, you take it. So I think it's less so about talent and more so experience. And the thing is, as well, is it is tough to keep talented guys in your program for years and years with the portal. You look, it's something that even the cream of the crop have had to deal with at times. You think back even to Justin Fields, right? He started his career at Georgia, ended up going to Ohio State, becomes a top draft pick in the NFL. So it's not just a Tennessee thing. It's all throughout much of the sport. It's tough to keep guys in your program for years, especially if they're not getting playing time. So
Good point. Very good point. So we'll see Friday. By this time next week, when he joins us again next week at Chick-fil-A, we will have a answer, obviously, of Joey Aguilar. I think it's a much – hello, Rick Ranson down in Pensacola. How you doing, sir? I would think it's a much-needed shot in the arm of the Tennessee offense to have this guy come back. Again, I go back to the same stat over and over and over. He was the number one quarterback in the entire SEC last year. So that says something to me because, you got Alabama, Simpson, you got Trinidad Chambliss, you got Gunnar Stockton. Those are the three jump out at me, and he was better than all those guys. So bringing him back is a huge, I think, shot in the arm of the Tennessee football program. Before I let you go, high school sports, busy, busy, busy. We were busy, got home late last night, and we do that usually on Tuesdays and Fridays. And so right back at it again today. It's what you do. That's what we talked about a while ago. It's just what you do. But high school basketball last night, where were you at? Who'd you cover?
I went to cover Science Hill and West Ridge last night. The good defensive game in the girls' game. West Ridge ended up clinching a share of the conference title with their win over Science Hill, 51-43. There, they will wait Friday, Morristown East and Morristown West. If East wins, it'll be a shared conference title, and if West pulls an upset, it'll be an outright title for West Ridge. Meanwhile, on the boys' side, Science Hill clinched a spot in the region berth. They've locked up the 3 seed in the district tournament. They got off to a really strong start last night to beat the West Ridge boys.
There you go. So that particular league is what? How many teams in there? 5?
That's a 5-team league.
So 4 go in, 1 stays home. So
Yep.
Science Hill's going on to the regional. So there you go. All right. Thanks for stopping by, sir.
Yes, sir.
Get you something. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Dr. Eric Carter joins us next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Lingerfield Drug Center in downtown Elizabeth. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled, and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time-consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
it's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's an exciting Elizabethton Cyclone basketball doubleheader. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join me Friday night from John Treadway Gymnasium, the final home game of the regular season against the Westridge Wolves in a basketball doubleheader. Lady Cyclones get it started at 6:15. Boys to follow, audio and video. The Cyclones in Westridge. Again, the final home game of the regular season. It all starts at 6:15 this Friday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone basketball.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family. We want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
Wow. He's been hopping. Since the minute I got here, you've been a blur. Whew.
Been all over.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, when you run a good store, it happens. That's just the way it is. So, in this case, a good pharmacy. So, it's Dr. Eric Carter right here. This is year number, what, 4, 5?
5, yeah.
5th year. Completely turned this place around. Has done a wonderful job. Congratulations. You just were recently named to be on the board of the Boys and Girls Club, correct?
Yeah, sure.
That's
did.
awesome.
Yeah.
They got a good one. This guy's a
I
great
hope
guy.
so.
Oh, you know so. This guy's great. So we appreciate him very much. So the obvious Saturday's the day of love, Valentine's Day. So we got some gift giving ideas from Lingerfield Drug Center. What you got for us?
So we have got a few different things. We've got, which we've showed these shirts before. Got shirts and hats. The shirts are $16.99 and the hats are $14. But
Tennessee hat.
yeah,
You sell a lot
those-
of these, don't you?
yeah, those kind of remind me like the vintage national park kind of colors.
So there's that. All right. That's the hats. Comes in different colors. It's got on the back, by the way, it's got the, I call it the golfer snap on it. It's got the little, whatever you call this thing, but there it is. It's not the snappers. This is the slide on it. That's what I call. So there's that. Then you have the shirts. Says Tennessee. Got them in different colors.
Yeah.
They go start at what? How much?
They are $16.99.
$16.99. There you go.
We've got all the sizes from small up to I think 3X on those.
I see green. I see charcoal gray. I see powder blue. I see kind of an off red, kind of almost a burgundy.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. So,
Around the corner we got purple and orange. Got a few different colors of them.
yeah, it's a lot of varieties for Valentine's Day. All right.
Then we got in some new candles, and these are 2 of our new flavors that have been going real good.
Right off of Tombstone. Says, I'm your Huckleberry. Remember that on the Tombstone Cowboy movie? There it is. Man, that thing smells good, too.
I do like that one. It's a good, refreshing smell.
$16.99 for that one. These are some new ones. This one's called Put Us in the Mind of Summertime and the Beach Tropical Breeze. Oh, yeah.
And that one, that's a strong one, but it smells like jungle flowers or something. It's good. That's probably my favorite we've had yet, I think. I took one home, and we've been burning it, but it is good.
Does Mrs. Carter like it, too?
It's too strong for her, she
Too hard.
says.
Oh, really?
Because some candles, will smell good for the room. That one, when I put it under a candle warmer, it'll do the whole house.
Whole house?
And some people like it, some don't. But
Smells like,
I love it.
you got to be a redneck. Smells like jungle flowers. I've never smelled jungle, but I guess so they did. That's what it smelled like. I like it. So these are $16.99, by the way, the candles. All right. Oh, here's our little buddies.
Yeah.
Our little gnomes. So this little guy, what's he doing here? This is
That's
kind
I
of a
think
girly gnome, I guess.
Yeah, that one makes me think of that Breakfast at Tiffany's girl, kind of all the fancy stuff.
Oh, Audrey Hepburn. Because he got pictures of combs and hairbrushes and
little crowns.
This is how much do these go for?
Those are $6.99.
$6.99. Great little gnome. All right, there's this one. It's got the butterflies on it, which is cute. 2 grown men showing gnomes. You got to know we're pretty okay with ourselves. So there you go. This is again $6.99, a little gnome, and then the third one, got a little camouflage going. And so there you go.
Those are good little gifts, I think, for Valentine's.
Sure.
Not too expensive. but
No,
I do like them.
and they're cute, and they yeah, you get a chuckle out of them. So
And so these right here, I brought, these are the 3 that we've sold probably the most of, but we've got 12 or 15 different looks of these, but they're just like the real soft fuzzy socks, about calf length, and we've sold a ton of those. People really like them.
little footies for $1.99 here for the ladies. So, by the way, the toboggan, I bought the toboggan last time I was here. I had it on when I was shoveling snow the other day.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, that
Good
thing is
deal.
warm too.
Good deal.
It's I bought one here last time I was in, and it was warm. All right, here's another one with the rainbows on it. Just to give you an idea of these little footies for $1.99, which won't break the billfold, but very practical. This one's got little polka dots on it, and they are warm, aren't they?
Yeah, those are.
Yep. All right, those are more Valentine's ideas.
And so this one could be Valentine's because they do all seasons in this movie. But these are Nightmare Before Christmas ones. What those are like is the brand just left me. Lily, no, shoot. It's the brand does all the bags and purses and stuff like that for ladies.
You'll think of it.
Yeah, but they're house shoes kind of. They're
They are.
little padded. They're soft, got the fuzzy insides, got the grippies on the bottom.
Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas fuzzy Barba slipper socks, what they call them, and they go for $3.99. $4 for these.
They sent us a few different Disney ones, and then we've got just kind of some floral patterns too. So we've got,
So, oh, you got more? Okay.
yeah, one more there.
Oh yes, this is the old. We call this thing. You sleep in them. It's called the Aqua Beads Eye Mask. There you
And
go.
that one can be slept in, but what a lot of people have been doing with them is those little beads. You can put it in the freezer, and those beads get real cold, and they'll hold that coldness in. So if you got headaches, that's good. Or say you don't sleep good for a few nights, get some bags under your eyes. That's real good for that.
So these little guys, there they are. There's the beads. Got migraines. That might be you want to do. They go. This goes for $7.99. Avenue Ninth Aqua Beads Eye Mask. Again from Lingerfeld. You
Those
sell
are
a lot
ones
of
we've
these
been
too, don't you?
doing Good, yeah.
You got those little brushes too, don't you?
Yeah, we had brought those out. We used to sell a bunch of them, and then they'd went out of stock, and we finally got them back. But
Is that how you use them?
these aren't so much Valentine's, but with spring coming up, because I've been out in my flower beds already, if you come in, if you've got dirt under your nails or paint or anything like that, those brushes are great.
Are they really? You already been out in the garden working? Flower beds? Good for you.
And I've been told the snow's not over yet.
No, it's
and
not.
I said I have waited long enough.
Yeah, you're ready for spring.
I am.
Think spring. So those are some of the ideas, folks. They got jigsaw puzzles. They've got, oh gosh, right there you got some headbands. You've got magnifying glasses. You've got pill organizers. It doesn't always have to be a cutesy gift. A practical gift to work too.
Yeah.
And then the foods right here. In fact, I got to brag on again. I had the blackberry butter is absolutely out of this world good.
It
so
is.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich. During the storm, I ate a lot of peanut butter and soup, and so because I wanted to, and so blackberry butter was on there every time. So today, I kept looking at which one would I want to get today, take with me. So you have these are excellent butters, folks. There's apple, cinnamon apple, honey crisp apple, pecan apple, rum apple, blackberry, blueberry, cherry butter, monkey butter, peach butter, pumpkin butter, and strawberry butter. So out of all those, I keep leaning towards strawberry, a little strawberry butter or cherry butter. You think cherry be pretty good? Have you ever had it?
So I'm not a big cherry person, but we actually had a guy come in. It was Monday, but he bought 3 jars of it and said he'd had one before. And
Sold on them.
so the butter, I always think sandwiches or toast, things like that. But he said what he does is marinates ribs in it, where it's real spreadable like that.
Really?
He said instead of barbecue sauce, that almost gives it like a cheerwine flavor. That he'll smother the ribs in that cherry butter and then smoke
That's
'em.
cool. I never heard of that. So that's in the shelf too. The top shelf has honey, clover honey, wildflower honey, apple cider. And then on the third shelf, you have grape jelly, apple pie preserves, blackberry preserves, peach preserves, red raspberry preserves, strawberry preserves, People would not think coming into a pharmacy to buy these, but people come in and you sell a lot of them, don't you?
Yeah, we do. And we don't have as many options as we used to, but we brought in a bunch of stuff just to try. And what we've ended up keeping is the stuff we've sold a lot of and
Well,
people
sure.
say is good.
Yep. Bottom row, you got the corn salsa, pineapple salsa, medium summer salsa. You've got hot summer salsa, mango. What's that?
Habanero.
Who?
Mango habanero.
I'm country. Habanero, didn't know how to say that. Salsa, ghost pepper salsa, and southern chow chow. So-
Anything past the medium's a little too much for me.
I'm a sissy too. I don't want anything that's gonna burn my belly. So there you go. That's what we've got. These are the jars, and that'd be another good practical gift. Give them something for Valentine's Day. Come down, give them some butter or some honey or some salsa. And that's really cool. The guy takes cherry butter and puts it on his ribs.
Yeah.
It makes it taste almost like cheer wine.
As he said, where that's a little bit thicker than barbecue sauce, it holds that moisture in, and it makes sense.
It is thicker too. It's good. I'm telling you, that blackberry butter is awesome on a crunchy peanut butter sandwich. Ooh. So Bowser, when you get up, just hand me over a strawberry butter and get one as I go. So good
Sounds
stuff.
Yeah.
We'll come back in the next segment over the counter. What you can do to help you, because it is that time of year. The cold, it's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold, it's snowy, it's 2 below 1 week. Next week it's 60. So your body reacts, and some folks get sick, and so he'll have the answers for you. And a lot of over the counter solutions when he comes back.
Yeah. Whole bunch of new stuff this month.
There you go. We'll have all that for you right after this break. Mr. Baseball's here, and we'll take a look at some college basketball and baseball. As your brother's in, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's in camp.
Should be, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. They are, I've got it right here. The Rangers report. They all report this weekend. So the pitchers and catchers are in now, but all the full-time players, if you will, the position players, all depending on what team it is, either Saturday, Sunday, Monday, in that time frame. Of course, the first spring training games are next Friday, so it's here. And so I guess you know the story. If you don't, it looks just like him. His brother, younger brother, Evan Carter, is the starting center fielder for the Texas Rangers. Is he 100% healthy? Is he ready to go?
Yeah, good to go.
Yeah, I hope so. Man, when he's on, he's not hurt. He's one of the best in the biz. We gotta
Hopefully he can stay healthy this season.
That's it. We got to keep him healthy. So, and so anyway, he's getting ready to report to spring training with the Texas Rangers, and we're hoping big year. We're a big fan of this entire family, but certainly a big fan of Evan Carter. Saw your dad today at Big John's Closeouts. He grew him a beard.
He has, yeah, he
I
has.
said, I like that beard. He said, I do too. He kept right on going.
He'd been making fun of me, said I've got about as much gray in mine as he does in his anymore.
It happens when you run a business, right?
It does, yeah.
You got it. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at some college basketball, and he is here, Mr. Baseball, Greg Sally, right after this from Farm Bureau and the Tom Taylor Sports. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabeth, and what's it all about, ma'am?
Well, thank you, Tom. It's a great place to shop. We have a little bit of everything. We like to use the quote, "Things tell a story when people no longer can." So we have a building full of things that are reminders of our past, good conversation pieces, things that add character to your home, collectibles, home decor, furniture, vinyls, coins, just a little bit of everything.
2 floors. How many vendors?
We have over 50 vendors.
Over
We have
50
a
vendors.
downstairs and a main floor.
Lots and lots of things in here. Something for everybody, for kids, for men, for ladies. Going back, antiques is what it's all about. So period costumes, period clothing, period jewelry, furniture, glassware. It's all right here. Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday.
Social media, how to find you?
And we're on Facebook at Eagle Center Co-op, and then we have an Instagram that's Eagle Center Antiques.
Yep. And the phone number is?
It's 542-5547.
Last thing, what separates the Eagle Center from all the other antique stores in the Tri-Cities?
Well, I think it's probably the vendors. We just have really good vendors who bring in really quality things, and they change up all the time. They're in and out every week, bringing new things, and they're really good about keeping their booths clean and neat, and the things are displayed easily so you can see them. And we just have a lot of unique, unusual things.
And the slogan is?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
There you go. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton, proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Back at the Tom Douglas Sports Show, here we are, broadcasting live again on the road at Lingerfield Drug Center. On this Wednesday, we're honoring the birthday of Jennifer Aniston. She's 57. Sheryl Crow is 64, and if you will ever watch Gilligan's Island, I think she may be the only cast member still alive, quite frankly. I think they're all gone except Ginger, the diva Hollywood star. Tina Louise, 92 today. So there you go. Were you a fan of Gilligan's Island?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got all 3 seasons on DVD.
Oh, do you really?
I do, yeah. And my girls have all watched it.
Yeah.
So
I was watching My Three Sons. I bought a DVD at the local DVD store of My Three Sons, which is an excellent show. It's really
yeah.
cute.
Oh yeah.
He always has a lesson.
Yeah.
You know, the kids are doing something crazy, and he'll set them down. And of course, he's a widower, and Steve Douglas always has a little lesson, almost like Andy Griffiths, always a lesson.
Yeah.
So, and then I got Mary Tyler Moore. I bought
Okay. Yeah.
Lou Grant and,
Yeah.
and Ted. Hello,
Yeah.
Lou. Shut up, Ted. I love it. Lou just puts him in his place all the time.
Oh yeah.
And so, and that's a good one too. So they don't make those like they used to, folks. I'm telling you, those are
No,
good
they don't.
sitcoms. All right, let's take a quick look real quick before we get into Mr. Baseball. Let's take a look real quick. College basketball last night. You had 4 upsets. Yep, North Carolina goes down. Tar Heels losing Miami by 9. 11th ranked Tar Heels. Number 7 Nebraska losing to 13th ranked Purdue in overtime by 3. 8th ranked Illinois upset by Wisconsin. Badgers got them by 2 in overtime. And Iowa State, the Cyclones go down. TCU beat them by 7. Other winners, 15th ranked Virginia, 3-point win over Florida State. A lot of parity. It's showing now that heading down the stretch, getting ready for March Madness. Vandy, an 8-point win over Auburn. Vandy, number 19 in the country. Number 22, BYU beat Baylor by 5. 4th ranked Duke over Pittsburgh by 16. You have 21st ranked Arkansas. No problem with LSU, beat them by 19. And you had the Cougars of Houston, number 3, a 14-point win over Utah. Tonight, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tennessee plays tonight, by the way. The Vols out of the top 25 will be at Mississippi State. Tennessee at 6-4 in the league and 16-7 overall. Mississippi State at 3-7 and 11-12. And your games tonight: 20th ranked Clemson hosting Virginia Tech. Number 14 Florida at Georgia. Number 6 UConn with their crazy coach will be at Butler. Number 16 Texas Tech. You watch his press conference, the guy can't say 2 sentences without dropping the F-bomb. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So, but he does. 16th ranked Texas Tech hosting Colorado. And number 2 Michigan. Some say may be your national champion. They'll play on the road at Northwestern tonight. That's your top 25 college basketball. Mr. Baseball's here. I got a whole list of stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Pitchers and catchers were in again today reporting the Athletics, the Cubs, the Reds, Kansas City, the Angels, and the Padres in the Cactus League. And also in the Grapefruit League today, Baltimore, Detroit's pitchers, Houston, Miami, the Mets, the Phillies, the Pirates, the Blue Jays, and Washington are going in today, pitchers and catchers. So not good news to the Braves fans. Schwellenbach
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's big.
That is big because, I mean, this is a guy that everybody's had their eyes on and have been looking at him as a guy that's just an up-and-coming pitcher. And he's definitely that. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But to lose him to an injury is going to be tough for the Braves.
So you look at, I would think, Zach Gallen, Chris Bassett, maybe Giolito. Giolito would be an even more important acquisition now with the Braves because you got a frontline starter who's out.
Right. And I've been saying Zach Gallen to the Braves for months, right? I mean, I have been
You
saying
have.
that, and I heard some rumors about Zach Gallen today, and the Braves were not even mentioned. I mean, it's like they weren't even in the discussion. So,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like he would like to go back to Arizona, but I don't know. I mean, you would think the Braves would swoop in and grab one of those guys now because it's gotten a little bit more urgent.
One guy that's off the table since last Wednesday, Jose Quintana, signed a one-year deal with the Rockies, so he's gone. You have Anthony Santander is out. He got hurt.
Right.
So that's another big – you're starting to see these injuries piling up all of a sudden. So he's out.
Yeah, and he's going to be having surgery.
Yeah.
And, so the thing that everybody's been asking, because, he signed that big contract with the Blue Jays and played, I think, 60-something games maybe last year. Now he's going to be out good part of the season, 5 to 6 months, I think, is the timeline for him. So he's going to be out till, close to August, probably July. And so the thing that I've been hearing people saying is this another Anthony Rendon contract. You sign the guy and then he can't stay on the field because he's hurt all the time.
But he's still getting paid.
There
you go.
So hopefully not. I mean, I want to see Anthony Santander on the field and playing, but it's going to be a while.
Chris Bryant, Rockies, put on the 60-day with a lower back lumbar disease. So he's out at least 2 months. Chris Bryant for the Rockies. So there's a guy. See, if you look at the management, I mean, you got to be sympathetic to them, I think, because you go out and get these guys, you sign them, you pay out the wazoo to get them, and then this guy's hurt, so he's out.
And he's another one that's been hurt the whole time he signed. He's been on that contract with the Rockies. I think he's played like 100 and something games over 3 years, like maybe 170 games over 3 years, or something like that.
You can't count on him, but he's still getting paid good money, big money. So anyway, he's out for the Rockies. Then Lindor looks like he's going to have surgery.
Yeah, I heard that today as well. So that's going to be a little bit of a blow to the Mets infield, and it don't sound like it's going to be quite as long for Lindor. Maybe 2 to 3 months, I think, or something like that. Is that what you heard? Okay.
Yeah, 60 days.
Okay, yeah. So so hopefully he'll be back. Definitely out for the World Baseball Classic, but he was one of the guys that was having that insurance issue anyway, so he wasn't going to be able to play in it anyway.
Then you look at, let's see, what else we got here. Caleb Durbin, now a Boston Red Sox. Is that good for Boston?
Yeah, they made a good pickup, I think, there. They've done a couple things to try to fix that spot that Alex Bregman left, when he moved away. So I think they're trying to do whatever they can do, and that was a good trade, I think, for them with the Brewers.
We're live at Lingerfield Drug Center. We're talking to our buddy, Mr. Baseball, Greg Salyer. Tomorrow will be perfect timing for the Day of Love. We'll be at the Jewelers Bench tomorrow, just in time to come in and get some jewelry for that significant other for Valentine's Day. And I've done that in the past, and so that's a good place to go and get your significant other, guy or girl, some jewelry. So we'll talk obviously with the ladies, but they got some cool stuff in there for guys to get for Valentine's Day too. Guys like getting things for Valentine's Day too.
Yeah,
sure,
we do.
Goes both ways.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander, $13 million one-year contract for Detroit. They got Valdez, Skubal, now Verlander. It's pretty good pitching staff.
Pretty good pitching staff, yeah, and I love that. I love the fact that he's going back home where he started his career.
Yep.
Won a Cy Young. I think he won an MVP, didn't he as well with the Tigers, which is kind of rare for a pitcher. And I think he had a couple no hitters there. So good to see him going back home, as I say it, and I hope he has a great season.
Jordan Montgomery goes back home. He's going to go back to the
Texas,
Rangers. Yep. So he's got a one-year deal, $1.25 million. So, they say it's cheap and it's paltry, and $1.25 million. How many folks that listen to the show are walking the streets like to have $1.25 million? I mean, give me a break.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good bread for 1 year. Verlander gets 1 year for $13 million. So, but anyway. Jordan Montgomery going back to the Rangers. What's that do for the Texas rotation? Is that good?
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's going to be a boost to them, and I think Texas is going to be pretty good this year. We talked about going back and relooking at these divisions that you're having me pick, and that may be one I might want to. Well, I think I still picked them second. But,
retweak.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if they've got the guns to take the division just yet from the Mariners, but it's gonna be a good division. It's exciting time to watch. That one may go down to the final week of the season.
Speaking of the Rangers and Evan Carter, he reports on double-checked. He reports on Sunday.
Okay.
So he'll go in on Sunday, the first full squad workout. He may be there already, but technically and officially it'll be Sunday the 15th. And the Rangers start practice and everybody's in camp. So there you go. So you got a couple of guys that went to arbitration. Skubal wins, of course. We talked about that. He got what he wanted, $32 million. They wanted to pay him, what, 19?
It's 19, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy difference.
$32 million, so $13 million difference.
The players have done well in arbitration. Let's just say that. The players have done really well this year.
They've won. They're leading 7-2, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Tyler Stevenson, the catcher of the Reds, he won.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting $6.8 million to be behind the plate for the Redlegs. And Dylan Lee for the Braves, he won. He wanted 2.2. The Braves want to pay him 2, so he wins it. He gets 2.2 million. So again, they just said only 2.2, and I'm thinking only 2.2 million. So there you go.
Yeah, only 2.2 million.
Yep. So the World Baseball Classic, we keep hearing more rumblings about that. Some good, some not good. So some of these guys are coming out and saying, we don't have anything to do with it. We're going to focus on our team and try and win a pennant for our team. We're going to skip the World Baseball Classic. We do want to play in the Olympics when it comes to America in 2028? But we're going to skip the World Baseball Classic. So what's your take on it? You think it's good, not good for baseball? What do you think?
I love it. I think one of the things it does is it gets baseball a lot of notoriety throughout the world. In places that you don't necessarily think of as baseball countries like the Netherlands and Israel and places like that who will have a team. And and let's face it, they may not perform quite as well as some of the other teams, but I like it. I think it's really good for baseball. It's almost like you have all-star teams from different nations playing against each other. Of course, Puerto Rico, they're going to have a difficult time because some of their players, had issues with the insurance thing, like we were talking about, and they almost pulled out and said we're not even going to play.
Yeah.
So. I thought that was a very difficult decision to try to make, but I like USA's chances this year. They got a really good, solid team, and if they can get past Otani in Japan, who knows what may happen.
That's a big if.
That's right.
Guess the boy can play, needless to say. Before we get into picking, we're going to pick the National League Central. Let's give you the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man hung on the cross. Today is Isaiah 64:8 says, "Yet, O Lord, you are our Father. We are the clay, and you are the potter. We are the work of your hands." And I added, "You have created us all with different talents and strengths. Yet we should all have the same motive, and we should, to glorify and honor you with our lives. That is to know you, to make you known to others as our potter. Mold us, Lord Jesus, into the people you want us to be, to glorify you. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for loving us unconditionally." So there's people out there who can do things I can't do. Obviously, a lot of people can do things I can't do. And I can do some things other people can't do, but he makes us all with different strengths and talents, and all of us are supposed to glorify him.
Yeah, absolutely.
By what we say and what we do. It's real simple. It ain't rocket science, and here we go. So that's our verse today, Isaiah 64:8. We have the National League Central, the Cubs, the Reds, the Cardinals, the Pirates, and Milwaukee to pick. So we'd go from the bottom, take it to the top, and so I'm going to come out of the gate and say, out of these 5 teams you think is going to finish dead last, I'm going to say, you're going to say, dead last in the Central are the Pittsburgh Pirates. You would be wrong.
No.
I'm picking the Cardinals.
I'm picking the Cardinals.
Cardinals. I knew it was one of the two.
The Cardinals have so the Cardinals. Let's face it, they're rebuilding. That's the only thing you can say about it.
It's an understatement. Yes.
Yeah, they are rebuilding, and I mean they're still the Cardinals. I always say they seem like they're covered in Teflon. Everything just rolls right off of them, and they still are able to win. It's like they could put a bunch of second graders out there and they could win. But I think this year they're really not thinking about competing in 2026. I think they're looking more along the lines of 2028 because of a lot of these trades they've made, and they have really loaded up the minor league farm teams, and they're going to be gunning for bear in a couple of years. Just give them time. If you're a Cardinals fan, 2026 may not be your year, but 2028, 2029, look for them to be right back where they've always been.
See, my problem with that is from a marketing standpoint,
Yeah.
I mean, the fan base, what do you tell the fans? Okay, we're just going to put a fork in 2026 and get ready for 2027, but we still want you to come out and pay a premium price.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put a product on the field that's not going to be very competitive right now. We're getting better.
Yeah.
But see, I don't get that. I think that's totally unfair because tickets ain't cheap, to say the least.
Right.
So, and I understand what they're doing. They're doing a total tear down and start over. We're going to be even bigger and better. But in the meantime, we're not going to be very good at all. But go ahead and come out and pay a premium price. So if you know, and they're not going to do this, if you know you're not going to be very good, that $100 ticket, we're in a rebuilding year. We're going to make it easier for you, the fans, to get. We're just going to charge $50 that ticket instead of $100, which they're not going to do. But if they know going in the product's not a viable, sellable product to the fans, then they ought to reduce the ticket price.
Yeah.
But they're not.
No, they won't.
They won't. But that's what they should do.
Yeah.
So it's just the way it should be. And that's my take, and nobody cares what I think, but that's what I think they should do. So, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
So they're telling their fans, come on out and fill up Busch Stadium. But we're going to tell you up front, and you can see if you're watching, if you're a Cardinal fan in the winter, you see they're tearing the team down, starting over. So, but anyway, you got them finishing dead last. So I'm going to say, you're going to say number 4 will be the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That would be correct.
I got that one right.
Yeah. So, of course, love Paul Skeens at the front end of that rotation. Mitch Keller right behind him. That's a good two-headed monster, I think. I mean, I think that's pretty solid. So, anytime those two guys are on the mound, either of those guys, you feel like the Pirates have a chance to win. And, of course, a pickup we didn't talk about, they went out and got Marcell Ozuna.
They sure did.
So
For the Braves.
they wanted a little bit more pop in that lineup, and that's what they did. They went out and got him, and yeah, he's going to make a difference hitting cleanup in that lineup.
Oh, I would think so. Absolutely. So Braves lose him, and Ozuna is now a Pittsburgh Pirate. All right, so this to me is one of the toughest divisions to pick. I mean, we talked about the
gonna be
East
hard.
last week with the Phillies and the Mets and the Braves, but now you're looking at the Cubs, Reds, and Milwaukee. And all three of those guys, did they all three go to the playoffs last year?
They did.
That's what I thought. So,
Yeah.
so here we go.
And they all three could go again this year.
Yeah,
Right?
we'll try and get inside his
So
cranium.
yeah, try to get inside my brain
Try and get inside of your brain and pick out.
because I think one team is not going to be as good as they were last year.
So I'm going to say the third place team in the National League Central is it the Cubs, the Reds, or Milwaukee. I'm going to say, you're going to say, wow, this is really tough.
It's tough.
I'm going to say, you're going to say the Cubs.
No, I'm saying the Milwaukee Brewers.
The Brewers?
The Brewers. And
Wow.
here's why. Okay, so they still have Brandon Woodruff, but they lost Freddie Peralta. I think that was huge for them. And they traded Isaac Collins, now Caleb Durbin. They've still got Jackson Churio. They've still got Christian Yelich. They've still got a really solid team, and a lot of those same pieces that were there last year. But some of them are gone. And I think they're going to have a tougher time this year than they had last year. Last year they had the best record in baseball, and not a lot of the best players in baseball, but the best record in baseball because they were a good, solid team. I don't know that they've still got that in place this year. I got to say, Pat Murphy, though, I'm a big fan. That guy is good. He's one of the best managers in baseball, and he's going to get them 5 to 10 wins just for him being in the dugout.
Oh, really?
Oh, I think so.
He's that good?
He's that good. He's really good, and but I still think that they backed up this year. I think.
I never have asked you, what do you think Tony Vitello will do for the Giants?
So I think it's hard to tell because Pat Murphy had that college background too. He didn't go straight into a managing position. He was a coach for a while, but I'm anxious to see. It's going to be way different for him. And I heard an interview with him the other day, and he was just talking about this new opportunity. And I thought, yeah, it's a new opportunity, but buddy, you're really going to be under the gun out there in San Francisco because they're going to want immediate results. And hopefully, I hope he does well. I really do. I hope he's able to put a winning team together out there in San Francisco.
The leash will be short.
It
So
will.
He
It
won't.
will.
They'll give him a little while, but don't give him long.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of money floating in San Francisco, and they want results. And I get that. It's a performance-based business, so it looks cute. It's a pretty story, sweet story coming over from – sweet's not the right word – a cool story coming over from college. But at the end of the day, we won a World Series ring, and we're supposed to look to you to get it, so you better be getting it for us. So
Yeah, and I'm anxious to see how it's going to be different motivating major league players compared to motivating college players.
that are making more than you.
Yeah, way bigger, way big difference there, I think.
He'll come in and do those rah-rahs. Some of those guys go, as they're lighting a cigarette, going,
Yeah.
"Yeah, right,
Yeah,
yeah, whatever, buddy."
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
check
right.
check my direct deposit. I'll do what I want to do. And some of those guys have that attitude.
They do.
Not all, but some do. All right, so you look at, we're down to Central, second and first. You're going to say the second place team will be the Reds.
You would be correct.
There you go.
Yes. Reds went out and got Eugenio Suarez. That was enough for Reds fans to really get excited about this season. Love the pitching. The pitching should be a strength for the Reds. There's still some holes in that lineup and in some of the positions on the field defensively, but we're anxious to see what they have in store for that because I'm sure they have a plan. Some of us just don't know what it is yet. But yeah, I think that if the Reds pitching staff can stay healthy, then I think the Reds can go a long way.
We'll see. So we picked them. So it goes in this order according to Mr. Baseball. We go Cubs, Reds, Milwaukee, the Pirates, and the Cardinals. So,
Yeah, it breaks my heart to pick the Cubs. It does.
but you didn't have any problem putting the Cardinals dead last. You
I
like that?
didn't. I didn't. No, I
He
didn't.
doesn't like the Cardinals. It's that good old competitive thing.
I maybe
so.
don't like the Cubs even more though.
He really doesn't like the Cubs.
But they went out and got Bregman. They kept Shoto Imanaga, which I think that was an accident. I don't think they expected him to take that qualifying offer, and he did. So they kept him, and I think that's going to be a plus for them. I really do. And I think Bregman is going to step into the middle of that lineup, and he's going to make a big difference there in Chicago.
Andrew McKeon joins us coming up next. El Presidente of Carter County Bank. Your mother watching?
She's watching, yeah.
Tom, you're so goofy. I know. I am goofy. But I like Ev. Ev's a good one. So see you next week.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City next week. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Andrew McKeon. Also, Jeff Birchfield joins us. It's Daytona 500 week. Got some NASCAR news. They're qualifying for the pole on the outside of the front row today. Everybody else will qualify tomorrow in the duels. Tell you all about that. And we'll also be joined one more time by Eric Carter. Dr. Carter. First, here's Justin Smith from Physical Therapy Services on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to our great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and Tom Taylor Sports Show, Dr. Smith, and the folks at Physical Therapy Services. For those out there who have no clue, tell us what it's all about.
Physical Therapy Services is a local mom and pop run physical therapy and occupational therapy clinic. We have clinic locations. We have 3 locations, 2 in Elizabethton, 1 in Roan Mountain. Our main office, where I'm located at 1975 West Elk Avenue, we focus on adults and athletic injuries. We have a pediatric clinic at 1500 West Elk Avenue that does both physical therapy and occupational therapy for the little kiddos out there. And then we have a clinic in Roan Mountain as well to take care of our wonderful Carter Countyans in the Roan Mountain community, and all focused on orthopedics and sports-related injuries, along with just general concerns with patients and people that want to be able to get out and move better. The human body is made to move, and that's what we try to do, is keep people moving.
Keep people moving. Hours are open.
7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Social media, how do we find out more about you?
Physical Therapy Services on Facebook. Look us up. You can also find us online at ptstn.net. And or you can just call the office, 423-543-0073, and we will put you in touch with the right people to get you the correct care that you need, whether it's through us or through one of our other affiliates that we work with.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, love promoting them. Again, the great folks at Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's an exciting Elizabethton Cyclone basketball doubleheader. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join me Friday night from John Treadwell Gymnasium, the final home game of the regular season against the Westridge Wolves in a basketball doubleheader. Lady Cyclones get it started at 6:15. Boys to follow, audio and video. The Cyclones in Westridge. Again, the final home game of the regular season. It all starts at 6:15 this Friday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone basketball.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Talking to Tom Taylor Sports, you look who stopped by, our buddy, Dr. Eric Carter. He'll be here in a minute. This is President Andrew McKeon, Carter County Bank. Let me tell you what's coming up tomorrow night, as a matter of fact. Man, I keep thinking this is Monday or Tuesday for whatever reason. It's tomorrow night. It's the Galentines at Double C Western Supply for the ladies for Valentine's Day. The shopping event coming up from 5 to 8 at Double C tomorrow night. And so a free gift for the purchase. It goes from 5 to 8. They do this every year for Valentine's Day, and it's a huge event. And so it's free, of course. And so there's going to be a free chair massage from Radiance by Rose. I'm thinking I want this free fairy hair. I'm not sure what.
I'll put you a little pink streak down the side of your head there, Tom. That'd look good.
There you go.
Do a little orange and black for
That's right.
home basketball game Friday night, right?
That's it. Cyclones.
Yeah.
My free fairy hair by Essence Salon starts at 6:30. And so I'm being serious. It is going to be there. I won't be there getting my hair orange and black, but you can. Fairy hair. A free chair massage from Radiance by Rose. Let's see. Got some permanent jewelry. It's going to be being shown there by Ruby Links. Free refreshments. All this tomorrow night. It's for the ladies. It's called Galentines. Not Valentine's, but for the gals. It's Galentine's shopping spree tomorrow night. Again, it'll be at Double C. And so it's a fun after-hours girls' night out, 5 to 8 tomorrow night, absolutely free, again at Double C. Reckon Mrs. McKeon would possibly make an appearance?
I don't know what she's got going on tomorrow night, but at least you and her, y'all have enough hair to put some fairy hair in. I don't think I could get anything braided into mine.
Okay. So I'm just telling you, I'm not getting any fairy hair. So he keeps pushing the point, but I'm not doing it. But somebody will. It's good stuff. It's cute stuff. It'll be good. Saw him Saturday night. We had the big baseball fundraiser. I think Jason Blevins told me last night the ball game up to almost $45,000, which is incredible to a town the size of Elizabeth to raise that kind of money basically in one night. I know they had all those baskets and went out and picked them up, but the actual, the money itself was based over, it was a couple of days of the silent auction, but still, it was incredible to raise that kind of money, and it's a testament to this town again, isn't it?
It is. I mean, this town stands up for kids, and they're there for them. And we ran that silent auction for 5 or 6 days, and really we had terrible weather on Thursday night. I mean, there was some debate as to whether or not we could even make it happen. The kids weren't in school on Thursday, and we still made it happen. And then the town showed up. I mean, it was standing room only for the bidding, because every table was full, every seat was full, and it was a great night.
I said Saturday. It was on Thursday. I don't know where I was at. I mean, I was there.
You were there.
I haven't seen it, but that's been my last 3 or 4 weeks been a blur. Will Little did an excellent job.
He did.
He's going to be on the show next week. He did an excellent job, and again, talking as it's a local boy, done good. If you don't know who he is, he's a youngster now he's a young man from Johnson City, Jonesboro, and is now a big league umpire. Called Game 1 of the World Series this year, so he's not just a ragtag umpire. They put him in. He gets great critiques, and so they put him into the big games, and he answers the bell. So he was our guest speaker. I thought he did a phenomenal job, and then food was great. Everything was great. It was a wonderful night. As Andrew said, the weather was not so cooperative even on that Thursday night, but it was 250 people were there and raised a lot of money for a great cause. Our baseball coverage will start March the 5th, which is not that far away. You can work a game or two with me this year, I hope.
I'll be down there.
Oh,
I've got a kid on the team, so I'll be down there.
Yeah, we'll have to get him up. Now, we just let him do, because I want him to be a daddy, and he needs to be a daddy. But just like some of these other guys, I know Wampler's going to come there because he's watching, because Ainsley's boyfriend is Red Slagle. But he's still there, the principal, Harold McCormick. So we get these guys in for an inning or two. I don't expect them to stay the whole time, but this one here does a great job helping me out with the broadcast with Cyclone Baseball, which starts on March the 5th. I think we're doing 20 games plus a tournament, so we're going to be busy, and we're excited about that. All right, so your Braves guy, Spencer Swellenbach, gets bad news today. The Braves get bad news. He's on the shelf for at least 60 days, so what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think it's a big blow. I mean, he's one of the keystones to our pitching staff, so to have him on the shelf for 60 days with elbow, that's never a word that any pitcher wants to hear. Hopefully it is just something minor and they can get it taken care of. But, you know, I don't put a whole lot of confidence in, you know, when you start having elbow problems in February, I don't look for a strong season.
So does that put the pressure on the Braves now, the front office, to go out and get another pitcher because they lose your frontline starter? You got Chris Bassett out there, Zach Gallen still out there. As of this morning, Lucas Giolito is still out there. So you need somebody, another arm. Can you get him down on the farm, or do you go out and get somebody?
You know, with the Braves, I think if they go get somebody, it'll be a one-year kind of team-friendly deal. But I don't see them making a huge splash on any 3-year, $150 million contract or anything like that. It'll be, you know, 1 for 12 or something like that. You know, which we talk about that being chump change, but you know, I would work for $12 million. I'm sure that you wouldn't have a problem throwing a few innings, would you?
No, I think I could loosen that arm up for 12 mil. Yep.
Yeah.
So, but that's the kind of money. And that's what I talked about earlier with some of these guys went arbitration. The kid from the Reds, Stevenson, won arbitration, got $6.8 million. Stories at a paltry $6.8 million. I'm thinking, yeah, right. And then Dylan Lee, he won arbitration with the Braves. He wanted 2.2.
Yeah.
They wanted to give him 2, and he won 2.2 million. So you know, he sees underpaid. I'm thinking, 2.2 million, and you're in the bullpen. You're gonna pitch, maybe every 4, 5, 6. I mean, you don't even know when you're gonna pitch.
You know, for a guy like him, he's in there 3 or 4 times a week because they'll get him an inning here and there.
Yeah.
You know, lefty specialist.
2.2 mil. So there you go. That's Jeff Birchfield money. That's how that rolls. When them newspaper guys, they make big bucks.
I understand.
He's going to join us next talking the Daytona 500. It's race week. So the NCAA, we're going to switch gears on. The NCAA rules against Bediako, the big guy from Alabama, says he can't play now. I don't know if he's going to counter sue. I haven't read if he's going to do anything or he's just going to accept it. So hanging in the balance is Joey Aguilar. Friday they're going to let him know. And so do they use that now as a template? Because they can fall back on him. The NCAA says, okay, we're going to use the Bediako case against Aguilar, good or bad. How do you think it's going to end up?
You know, I think it could go 50-50. It depends on, you know, the judge. And, you know, I'm a UT fan. I'm a Joey Aguilar fan, but I'm thinking he's been there long enough. I mean, not at UT long enough, but, I mean, he's been in college a long time. I saw a kid from Montana just got his 9th year.
9th year. Yeah.
You know, that's crazy. I mean, he's only played 3 because of major foot surgery, major knee surgery, major this, major that. You know, but still, I mean, it's a 27-year-old man playing against 18-year-old boys.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's amazing.
Well put. So Aguilar, they'll find out on Friday. So right now, we'll take him out of the equation. Right now, your quarterback camp will be George McIntyre. Is it George McIntyre?
Yeah.
It is George McIntyre. And you have Faison Brandon, the true freshman. And then you got Staub, the guy transferred from Colorado. So can a true freshman start in the SEC?
Yes.
Okay.
He does they do for other schools. They haven't for us yet, but they are able to do it in other schools. So I think, I mean, you got to roll with what you've got. Hopefully our defense will be a little bit better, and our running game and our receivers are strong.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think McIntyre hopefully can handle it, and just, you know, with Heupel's offense, maybe they can throw up 25, 30 points a game, and defense is a little bit better, and see where it falls. But
we're talking to El Presidente, Andrew McKeon, Carter County Bank, which is right across the hall from where we are. We're here at Lingerfield. Coming up next, we do have Jeff Birchfield, and also we'll wrap it up Dr. Carter. Again tonight, the Bucks got a big basketball game. East Tennessee State will play the UT Chattanooga Moccasins at Freedom Hall. That'll be on CBS Sports tonight, the Sports Network. That's a big ball game. Bucks in first place of the Southern Conference and having a really good year.
Yeah, they're having a really good year. I've got my Bucks shirt on today. I'm ready.
Absolutely. There goes Pastor Swain from Calvary Baptist Church, our buddy Matt Swain. He's a good one right there. And so got the Bucks. The Vols play tonight. They go to Mississippi State. What was your take on the Lady Vols? They got drilled by South Carolina, but she came out. She's been pretty she ripped them pretty good.
Yeah, that's twice in the last couple of weeks they've got ripped. So
yeah,
they need to find something within them.
Yeah, and that's what she said. She said, you know, it's all up to them. I can get them ready, but they got to dig down and find a way to win. They'll play tomorrow night at home against Missouri. I'm thinking that with Kelly Harper, that's where she's at, right?
I do not know. Is that where she's at?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's coming back to coach her old school and got them reeling, so I'm sure she'd like to stick them tomorrow night because she was the former coach of the Lady Vols. So that'll be a little drama there, a little girl drama, I would think, between Caldwell and Harper and their teams tomorrow night. So you know she'd like to stick them at Rocket Top after she was a former coach. So
Guarantee it. They'll be ready to play.
oh, absolutely. That's tomorrow night. And so tonight the Tennessee men play. You like the Vol men team? What do you think?
I think playing on the road in the SEC is always a crapshoot. I mean, should we win? Yes. Will we win? Who knows?
We are 6-4 in the SEC, 16-7 overall. Mississippi State is 3-7 and 11-12. It's a 9 o'clock tip-off tonight, so it'll be late, but it'll be again at Mississippi State for the Volunteers of Rick Barnes. So there you go. We do have Shred Day coming up. Tell us about that.
Yes, sir. Shred Day. We've got the date set now. It's April 11th from 9 to 12 in the Elizabethton High School parking lot. It's always a good day to come out and bring all your tax documents once you've got them filed, and bring that stuff down there and let us shred it and let us get rid of it and keep it off the streets, because you don't want to throw that kind of stuff into your trash can, because that just makes it too easy. I mean, these fraudsters are really good at doing what they do, but if you make it real easy, nobody wants to do that.
Nope. So it's real simple. Bring it down there. Come on, come on, the 11th of April.
Yeah.
Which is a ways off. We're going to keep reminding you that because it's absolutely free. It's from 9 to noon at the Elizabethton High School parking lot. We typically grind up and shred up how much?
It's about 6 tons of paper.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's a constant flow of people generally for the 3 hours that we're down there. It's like I said, it's a lot of fun. We get our employees down there so we can see each other outside of the bank, having some fun with each other and enjoying the day. And then you get to see another side. The customers get to see another side of us as we're down there in our, hopefully, shorts and T-shirts in April, but it could be long pants and the long sleeves. You just don't know in Tennessee weather.
No, you don't. And so it could be doing anything on April the 11th. So last week it was 2 below on my back porch. Today we're talking 50s and flirting with the 60s, and later on this week. And we had some yesterday too, in the 60s. So one just doesn't know. And so it's good old East Tennessee weather. And so that's coming up on April the 11th on that Saturday. And again, it's absolutely free from 9 to noon. So saw the boy at the fundraiser. I didn't even recognize him. I had to do a double take. He's
grown up. Yeah, he's stretched out a little bit, and I told him he was going to, because that's the way it worked for me. I hit my spurt between 8th grade and freshman year, and he's grown up a lot, and I'm proud of the work that he's putting in. He's working hard and trying to see if he can get on the field in some form or fashion. Whether you pitch, hit, defensive replacement, run, whatever it takes, you got to find a spot and try to find a way to get on the field.
Well, get on the field. You got it. We start our coverage on March the 5th, which is not that far away. Cyclone baseball.
First scrimmage Saturday.
Yep. Got Morristown West coming, isn't it?
Yep. I'm not sure who it is, to be honest with you. I think it's a Knox team.
Knox West.
Yeah, there you go.
Knox West? I'm pretty sure Knox West.
The festivities start at 1 o'clock, I believe, is what my son told me last night.
Yep. We'll be doing Milligan basketball. Otherwise, I'd be there to watch it. But it's here, folks, and that's okay. It is the season. I'm done with snow. Think spring and think baseball. And our spring sports getting ready. They're all getting ready for high school, which is tennis, boys soccer, softball, baseball, and track and field. So they're all getting ready, and so at all the schools. So it's here, and that's what we want. And then you'll get to graduation. It'll be here before you know it, and you'll blink, and we're 10 months out from high school football. So it just doesn't stop.
No, it doesn't take long. I got that March 22nd circled on the calendar. I guess that's when my daughter will walk across the stage this year. That's not March, May 22nd.
May 22nd.
Graduation. Not ready for that one.
She's graduating?
Yes, sir.
Sophia's graduating?
Yeah, she's a senior.
I thought she was a junior.
No, sir.
Wow.
All in and all done.
I remember she was, your father know where you are? She'd roll her eyes and just walk off. So every time I saw her, I had to harangue her a little bit.
That's right.
So now as soon as I see her, she says, yes, he knows.
Yeah.
She keeps right on going. It's like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. She's a great kid. Great family. Great guy.
Thank you, sir.
So, appreciate you bunches. Quick break. We'll be right back. He's here. Mr. NASCAR's in the house. Jeff Birchfield from the Johnson City Press Kingsport Times News next on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Hey there, neighbors. Todd Houston here with the Elizabethton Church of Christ, wishing you a very happy new year and a wildly successful 2026. I'd like to invite you to come and get to know our family here at Elizabethton as we are seeking to be more like our Lord every day. We're no perfect people, but we're a people that love the Lord and love you. We'd love to get to know you. If you'd like to join us, our times are at 10 and 11 a.m. on Sunday, 6:30 p.m., and then again Wednesday evening at 7. You can find us on Facebook or at elizabettoncoc.org.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing, and follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, you know, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, you know, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend. Attorneys for closing we recommend. And you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Lingerfield Drug Center. He'll come by and join us coming up here to wrap it up, and then we'll get ready for tomorrow. We'll be at the Jeweler's Bench. If you're looking for jewelry, there'd be the place you want to go. And why would you not? It's Valentine's Day on Saturday, so this will be a good time to go down there and take care of the obvious. Get something for, whether you're a lady, something for your hub, because they got a lot of cool Valentine's Day, gifts for husbands and for men. The obvious for ladies too. So anyway, we'll be there tomorrow. Then we'll kick off the weekend. We'll be at Food City on Friday. Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday. The place will be nuts. They've already told me the flower girl says we won't have time to come up and talk on the show. I said I get that, because they are filling flower orders left and right again at Food Cities, and so we'll be at Food City and Gray on Friday. The Great American Race. It starts basically tonight. Hello, sir. How are you, by the way?
I'm doing well.
Yep, thanks for coming by. Love having this guy on the show. So the Daytona 500, William Byron's going to try and be the first driver ever to win 3 straight races. What are the odds? That's pretty tough to do, isn't it?
Well, the official odds from FanDuel's like he's 13-1, but I would say the odds are astronomical, because you've got a field there of 40 drivers, and that's a race anyone can win, with the right drafting help and all that. And even last year, William Byron wasn't leading on the last lap. So, he come from, I think it's like 6th on that last lap to win the race, So it's truly a crapshoot where anyone can win on that one.
Hello to Patsy Lyons. Hello to Michael Shields. Thank you all for watching. Hello to Rick down in Pensacola. How you doing, sir? Rick, how's the weather today in Pensacola? I'd love to know. It's pretty nice up here, really. Considering what we've been through. Qualifying starts tonight. They're practicing now, or did early this morning. And so the qualifying for the front row will be tonight at 8 o'clock. And then the duels are tomorrow, the duels at Daytona. And so the qualifying races determine the Daytona 500 lineup since the inaugural running in 1959. You like this format? You like how they do it?
I always like the format. It's unique for Daytona. Tonight, whoever qualifies first and second, they are the pole sitter and the outside pole sitter. But, then the rest of the field is determined by the, or most of the rest of the field is determined by the finishes in the qualifying races, and then they go to the qualifying speeds for, some of the last few guys. And then Jimmy Johnson, he's already locked in. They've got a special exemption there for like a, guy who's been really an accomplished driver.
NASCAR Hall of Famer, the late Dale Earnhardt, leads all drivers in the dual wins with 12. A total of 14 active NASCAR drivers will be in the dual race, have won a dual race at Daytona. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano lead all active Cup drivers in the duel with 3 wins each. So let's look at William Byron here. He's won the last 2 500s. could become the first driver ever to win 3 straight. We just talked about that. Not even an organization's ever won 3 straight. I didn't know that. That's an interesting stat. No organization, Rick Hendrick, Joe Gibbs, what we're speaking of, none of those guys have ever won 3 straight races. William Byron became the first, or rather the youngest driver to win multiple Daytona 500s, breaking Jeff Gordon's record being the youngest driver. So, and then Hendricks won the Daytona 500 in 5 different decades. That's a pretty cool stat.
Yeah, and I would say the organization's shot of winning the Daytona 500 is pretty good because you not only have Byron, you've got, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, and Alex Bowman. So I think, although Larson's typically struggled on the restrictor plate track, or they're not restrictor plates anymore, but the, drafting tracks, and, he's become better, the last couple of years at those tracks. So I think he's got a legitimate shot of winning. Chase Elliott, obviously, has got a great shot at winning.
Hendrick has won 16 Daytona poles, 10 more than anybody else. They've won 11 out of the last 18 poles, including 8 out of the last 11. So they're throwing out some stats. So 8 out of the last 11 poles have been a Rick Hendrick driver. So it's pretty cool. Qualifying, let's take a look at some of this. Chase Briscoe won the pole last year, his first Toyota pole in the Daytona 500. Hendrick Motorsports won the pole, as we said, 8 out of the last 11, but have failed to win all 8 years. Hendricks won 16 poles. So the pole winner has finished 14th or worse in 9 out of the last Daytona 500, which means you set on the pole doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah, not really down there because, the way it shuffles back and forth, and then they're also trying to save fuel and all that as well.
Daytona 500 winner started 10th or worse in 6 out of the last 8 races. So you set on the pole, which is the goal tonight to do that. It's bragging rights. It's an ego thing and all that. Plus there's money involved. But get right down to it. The winner of the race started 10th or worse in the 6 out of the last 8 races. Pit stalls, how big is that at Daytona?
That's, a factor, but not like it would be, say, you got behind on a pit stop somewhere like Bristol or Charlotte or one of those tracks.
So how do you make the Daytona 500 field? There's 41 cars. There's 36 chartered cars, the fastest 2 open cars from qualifying. 1 open car each from the dual races, not already in. And Jimmy Johnson, as you said, will use the open exemption provisional. Can he win that race, JJ?
Definitely. He finished 3rd last year, and I was watching practice earlier. He was one of the fastest, in one of the fastest cars there.
So front row set during qualifying. Positions 3 through 41 will be set from the dual, with the dual 1 on the inside row and the dual 2 on the outside row. And both those duels will be tomorrow in Daytona. We're talking about those races. So some really cool stats here they sent to me. Kyle Busch leads all drivers in laps led among drivers who have never won the Daytona 500. Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, or Kyle Busch can each become the 5th Grand Slam driver of the win this weekend, winning all 4 crown jewel races. What's the other crown jewels?
Other crown jewels, and this is always a sore spot with Bristol Motor Speedway in their night race. It's not considered one officially by NASCAR. The other crown jewels are the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte, which definitely should be. The Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis, which I argue has lost a lot of its luster from when they first went to Indy, but it is still Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And then the Southern 500 Darlington, which is the first, super speedway race in NASCAR.
Why is Bristol not on there? They should be. The night race at Bristol is the best.
To me, it should be there above Indy, but I actually, though, think Indy's probably, it's such a prestigious track, too. I really think NASCAR, they have to have, the same as the Grand Slam, or in tennis, or, like in golf, the majors. But I really think you've got 5, crown jewel events in NASCAR. I think, the Bristol night race should be one of those.
Oh, no question. That's a no-brainer. You're exactly right. So they'll go tonight and qualify for the outside pole and outside pole for the Daytona 500. Then they continue to practice. I always found it interesting that if you set on the pole and you wreck between, because you go back out and practice a couple more times before the race is actually on Sunday at 2:30. So if you wreck, you get put to the back of the field, right?
Yeah, I have to use a backup car if the car's torn up, enough to do that.
So everything you've done to get to that point, if you mess up and somebody wrecks you wreck yourself, you get penalized. You get put to the back of the field because you wrecked. So you can win the pole tonight, mess up, be at the back of the race and start Sunday, right?
Oh, yeah, but, you still have that good pit stall and all that. You know, as far as that is one advantage as far as just talking to pits. You know, if you can get out where your pit crew can, you know, get one of those stalls, get out in front of the rest of the guys.
All right, so we're going to pick our champions this year. I owe him lunch because his guy did good last year and mine didn't. So, and let me follow up what I was talking about. So, you got the duels tomorrow. Then on Friday, you got a practice at 5:30. You've got a practice on Saturday at 3 o'clock. So there's two more chances you get out there and mess up. Of course, you don't want to, and the goal is not to. But if you get wrecked or you have engine problems or you wreck yourself or get wrecked, and for whatever reason, then you got to adjust yourself to be ready to go for the 2:30 green flag on Sunday. So there are a couple of opportunities for you to mess up, is what I'm saying, for you to get ready for the Daytona 500. So let's if I'm a clean sheet here, I'm going to write this down. I'm going to keep it, and we'll see. There we go. Here's a clean sheet right here. So, Mr. Birchfield, 2026 NASCAR champion. Here we go. Start because by this time next week we'll reconvene at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City there on People Street next Wednesday. The 500 will be behind us, and the season will be off and running. So, let's see, what did we do last year? We did a champion and a dark horse. Didn't we pick?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll put you down. So, who wins the 2026 championship this year, sir?
I'm going to go with Christopher Bell in the number 20 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota.
Bell's your champ. Who's your dark horse?
I'm also going to stick with Toyota. He didn't win a race last year, but I think Tyler Reddick bounces back in a big way this year.
All right, so he's your dark horse, right?
Yeah.
Christopher Bell's your winner, and your dark horse will be Tyler Reddick. All right, so Tom, who do you think? I'm glad you asked, Jeff, because I don't have a clue. I'm going to go with my same guy every year. It's like, he ain't going to win, Tom. Well, you keep going to the well at some point, he's going to win. So I'm going to go. I like the old guard for some reason. And, gosh.
Are you going to go Logano again?
I'm thinking Logano or Kozlowski, who broke his leg skiing back in December. He's got the green light to race. How do you get back? I guess it's okay. You're healed up, but would you not still have some lingering effect after breaking your leg, get in there and drive a race car?
I would think so. I mean, you would think it'd be a little painful there Sunday.
Hello, Karen Snyder. How you doing, lady? With 4 roses she sent to me. Thank you. How sweet. We go back away. She's a good lady. You sitting there and let me just see. You can hear the crickets chirping. The tension is growing here, is mounting. So who am I going to pick to win the championship this year?
Logano,
a champ. Yeah, I'm going to go with him again. And my dark horse is going to be, there you go,
Kyle Busch.
Yep.
You usually do pick Kyle Busch. I think he's got a great shot of finally winning that Daytona 500 this weekend. I think he's going to be motivated, and hope, Richard Childress Racing did come on a little stronger there at the end of the season. So I think, on the plate tracks in particular, they're a little stronger than they are some of the others. So I think Kyle's got a good shot of winning Sunday.
Well, that's probably he just set me up on this one. I got a feeling I'm getting snookered here. So he probably thinks deep down he ain't got a chance to win. He's making me feel good. He's throwing me out there. So that's what I think. I'm going to go to the old guard, Joey Logano, which is kind of interesting to think these are the old guard now. Wasn't that long ago they were the young pups. But Logano and Kyle Busch, of course, neither one of us picked Kyle Larson. You're a big fan of his. Why didn't you pick him this year?
He won it last year and all, but I just think the way the new format is with the chase, Kyle Larson typically will have a couple of bad races in there. Of course, he may change a little bit of his driving style there, but I just think accumulating points like that, I like Christopher Bell, and I think he's a guy that can build a lot of momentum, once they get to the playoffs.
It is a new format. It's kind of an old format being brought back as the quote-unquote new format. So for race fans, you need to know this. This is big because it changes how we determine a champion at the end of the season. So what's the new format?
Well, they're going back, like I said, to the chase, which is basically you got the 26-race playoff or regular season just like before, but you got 10-race playoffs. But instead of where you'd have all these elimination rounds, it's basically, who can accumulate the points over those 10 final weekends.
So we're not going to go down to 12 to 10, and we're not going to whittle it down?
No, not like they were before. And,
So-
and speaking of those picks, I think a lot of people would love to see this year. He came so close last year, and just the tragedy over the offseason. I'd love to see Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, yeah. Lost his father in the off season, right?
Yeah, lost his father, and his mother was injured badly, had a house fire there. So
Yeah. So, and he wanted to do one for his dad, and so I think he's going to be motivated to go out there and really go after it, but I don't know if he can win it. I don't think he is, and Jeff doesn't think he is. So you get to the end of the 26 race regular season. You have how many drivers? 16?
yeah, still 16.
So there's no elimination races. You just start, here we go. It's
Yeah.
points each time. Because it used to be Bristol was one of the elimination stops, so all that's gone.
Yeah, where they call it cutoff race, and hopefully it'll bring a little better racing to the, fall race at Bristol, because you're, not having a guy like in sixth place and he really has no motivation to go up there and get fifth. Hopefully now that they're more based on the points, they'll be racing for positions a little harder there in the back.
It's a great point. Excuse me, great point. So switch gears. We got Bell and Reddick for you for a lunch bet, and Logano and Bush for me. And I got to take him to lunch because we've not done that yet. And I picked. Who did I pick last year? I picked Bush.
I think you picked Logano, and
Logano
I had
again.
William Byron.
William
last
Byron.
year.
So I owe him lunch because he won and I didn't. So that was a lunch bet. So this lunch bet this year, he says Christopher Bell's going to win it. A dark horse is Tyler Reddick. So basically, we got two guys we're picking. We can either get Logano or Kyle Busch for me, Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick for him, and we'll see. We'll keep tabs. We'll see come November if what happens. None of these four guys are in. We just shake hands and walk off.
Well, I think last year it was more who finished ahead of each other at the end. That's how we did that.
Yeah. Is that what we're going to do this year?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. So we're going to set the rules for me. So we're going to whoever's. Any of these four guys finish ahead of your of my two guys finish ahead of your two guys, I win. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we can do it that way.
All right.
That's for sure.
All right. So now it's watered down a little bit. So if Logano and Kyle Busch finish at the end of the year, they finish higher than Christopher Bell or Tyler Reddick, I win. If yours do, you win. Shake on it. Binding. Growing up, handshake was binding. That was it. All right. So let's switch gears. Let me clear my throat. And let's talk basketball. The Bucks tonight against UT Chattanooga and Freedom Hall. It's going to be a biggie.
A huge game there, a big rivalry game. The last game they played, ETSU won 67-66. Blake Bartley made a couple free throws there at the end of the game, and then the Bucks were able to hold on. So expect another tough one tonight, another tough one on Saturday. Sanford's coming to town. ETSU also beat them by 1 point on the road. So, then it doesn't get any easier. Plus, you got so much other stuff going on this week, too. ETSU baseball starts Friday with their first 3-game series against Marist. You was talking to Joey Aguilar earlier with Andrew McKeon. And, of course, ETSU's still waiting word on Jacoby Criswell, their quarterback from last year, if he's going to get another year of eligibility, which people will say, well, what do you think on that? And I have no clue how the NCAA determines who's going to, get their eligibility and who's not.
You got it. It's a case-by-case situation. So Bediako, they said no to him, the Alabama guy. So they may say yes to Aguilar. I don't know. And so this young man, again, his name is?
Yeah, Jacoby Criswell. He was quarterback ETSU last year. He played previously at Arkansas and at North Carolina. So, I don't think the odds are great for him because, one of Aguilar's arguments is how he played a couple of years of junior college ball.
We'll see. I know Aguilar gets told Friday whether he can come back as a Tennessee quarterback. That would be a big shot in the arm for them. And this kid will come back at ETSU if he wins, right?
If he wins. And if he comes back, ETSU's quarterback room's really stocked, because they've got the transfer, Jaden Davis come in from Michigan, Mason Mills transfer from Louisville, and then they return two guys who played some last year, Jake McNamara, who was the younger brother of Cade McNamara, the guy who transferred from Michigan last year. Jake come in from Texas, El Paso. And then you had also Jackson Bird, who was a freshman recruited last year. So, I expect if Criswell does get, his eligibility, there's going to be at least one or two quarterbacks I would think, leave after, that. So
it'll be interesting. We'll find out. So are you covering the game tonight? You going to the Bucks?
Yeah, I'm covering the game tonight, so looking forward to it. I mean, the Bucks are 10-2, leading the Southern Conference, so really excited about that. I hate I'm going to miss watching qualifying, but, I'm really excited about covering the game for sure.
One pay tribute, you had him in your article. In fact, you had an article a couple of weeks back, I guess it was, with Coach Ken Green passed away, the football coach at Daniel Boone, and Hobart Powell down at Crockett. And then just this week you had a story, Robert Walden passed away.
Yeah, that one's really personal to me, which I liked Coach Green and Coach Powell, but Robert was actually a really, really good friend of mine. I mean, we literally talked just a couple of days before he died. We were on the phone probably an hour. Robert had gone through some real serious health issues, and when I visited him at his home there I guess it's almost a month ago now, I really couldn't even hardly understand him. I was having to lean down right next to the bed and stuff because he had like some serious issues. They didn't think he was going to survive them, but he bounced back. And man, I mean, we talked, I don't know how many hours we've talked over the years and stuff. And he was a racing guy. He always, helped out. He gave me some tips, give me some scoops over the years, as they say, and stuff. But he not only racing, he loved ETSU and UT. He's one of the biggest supporters of them as anybody I know as well.
Yep. Was he 63?
65. And Robert, he actually, besides that, too, he always kept up with all the local high schools. He always cheered for them, when they'd go. Some people just cheer for their high school, and then they don't want some of the other high schools to do well when they go down to state. Robert wasn't like that. He's a huge Crockett supporter, but he likes seeing Boone, Crockett or Boone and Science Hill in Washington County, and then other area schools. He's always cheering for them when they, would make a run down in the state.
Yeah. So we're going to miss him. Good guy. I had him on the show back in the day several times, and so he was a good one. And
his knowledge just incredible. I mean,
Yep.
And he, knew the history of sport. He had great stories. One time he was telling me about going over and picking up an engine from Dale Earnhardt, and Dale Earnhardt and him actually were the two that loaded the engine. He didn't have any help there at that time of night. And then one time he was picking up tires for Brad Teague, and then he almost picked up the wrong tires. They had some set out there for Jack Ingram and all this. So, he had just all kinds of great stories.
Yep. He was a good guy, and you're a good guy. Glad you came by. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Dr. Carter will finish it up right after this from Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Insurance. How can you help us with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things Horseman was started for, Tom, back in 1945 was to provide auto insurance for educators. They came up with the idea that if we could put a group of school teachers together in one company, their cars would sit in a parking lot for 10, 12 hours a day. Friday and Saturday nights, they're home grading papers. They're all college educated. They have a tendency to be better drivers because they set an example for their students. And knowing all those things, we'd probably have less claims. And so we're able to offer better insurance rates because of that.
And so, if you're a teacher, an educator, you want to come here and get a quote because of that, your quotes and your rates are typically better than other folks, right?
That's right. And we also do a couple other things for educators. If they were to get into an accident while they're on school business, we don't have a deductible on that, Tom. They won't have to pay a deductible. If somebody vandalizes their car while it's on school property, they don't pay a deductible for that. If they get into an accident on school property, we waive the deductible. If they get into an accident with another Horace Mann agent or a Horace Mann client, they're going to not have to pay a deductible also.
It's good stuff. So if you need more information, go to social media or give him a call. How can we get a hold of you and find out more?
Yeah, you can just call me here at the office at 543-0059 or go to horacemann.com on the internet, and you'll be able to find our office here.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the good folks right here at Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled and just wasn't happening. And was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. He's everywhere. You just turn and talk about his prescriptions, and you're still doing them, aren't you? Changing them out?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
All the time, yeah. All the time. It's so simple. You heard what he said on the previous interview. It's just you need a phone number.
And a birthday.
And a birthday.
Wherever you're at.
And the doctors you're dealing with. And then get out of the way and let him go to work for you.
That's
what he does. So, and you're bringing them over all the time, aren't you?
Sure are, yeah.
The biggest gripe they have is with the other people is what?
So either having to wait too long and their medicine's not being ready, or and I may have talked about it last month too, but we've had quite a few people, and it's been the last few months really, but coming over saying other pharmacy is charging them too much, and come to find out, start of the year when insurances change, they didn't get the people's new insurance, just started charging them full cash price, not even billing insurance.
Ooh.
And you know, there's no need for you to pay double when your insurance should be paying for you.
Yeah.
So that's been, and I would be mad too. That's been a big complaint we've been seeing.
Absolutely. Now, you have Health Mart Pharmacy, which folks would think, what does that mean? Well, that means that you can save the client. Okay, there's one calling right there. It rings all the time, I'm telling you. And that's okay. That means he's busy, and that's good, but he's not too busy for you. But Health Mart Pharmacy, that's a really good buying power for small pharmacies, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is. They represent small pharmacies all over the country. And when it comes time to negotiate contracts with these big insurance companies or over-the-counter providers, sorry, that's...
Told you. It rings off the hook.
But they negotiate for the small pharmacies. As you think us versus, 20,000 Walmarts or 10,000 Walgreens, we're 25,000 independent pharmacies that get in these groups together, and that lets us have the same copays for your prescription insurance, the same or cheaper prices for our over-the-counter products, and just as big a selection of over-the-counter products. So that really makes us competitive, or I think even a little better than the big chains.
It's mid-February. Is it too late to get a flu shot? I mean, I know you look at it and go, okay, spring's coming and warm weather, but I mean, is this winding down flu shot season?
We are still seeing a little bit of flu, but I'd say the shots probably have wound down for the season. It's by the time it takes usually 4 to 6 weeks to build up the immune response. Hopefully we'll be out of flu season by then, but never a bad time to come by, get shingles shots, yearly pneumonia shots, kind of your standard vaccines. We do those all year and don't need any appointments for those.
If you're going to travel, going out of the country, you need to get certain vaccines and immunizations for your passport. You can do them and do them all the time, don't you?
Yeah, we sure do. That's especially with cruises or mission trips. If you're going somewhere tropical, those are places you need to make sure you've got your vaccines up to date. And that's, like you're saying, the travel vaccines is not stuff we really need here. But if you're going to be in a foreign country, it's good to have.
He's got a table over there, by the way, speaking of missions, of free Bibles while they last. And so some really good ones. And so study Bibles, and they're free, compliments of Lingerfield Drug Center. So if you are needing a Bible or know someone who is, come by and get you one. And they're there free for the taking, and I appreciate him doing that. All right, so here we go. Over the counter. Let's start with the local wildflower honey.
Yes.
So tell us about this, would you please?
Yeah, so we've talked about the honey we've had before. It is real good honey. It's from Virginia, but this actually we've got set up with the guy that's in Bluff City. So this is local honey. It's good for eating, but it's also good for the allergies and sickness. If you got sore throat, stuffy nose, things like that.
This goes for $20. It's a mason jar full of honey, and it's good. There you go.
So that thing, it's about 2 pounds worth of honey. That's a big old jar.
And of course, honey builds up your immune system, right? Helps.
Sure does. Yeah.
So, man, it's biblical. Remember, John the Baptist used to eat honey back in the day, locusts and honey. So it's been around a long time, and it's proven. And he'll tell you this from a medical standpoint, it does build up your immune system eating honey, right?
Yeah, that one is good.
So what would you recommend, like a tablespoon a day, or?
What I usually do is put a tablespoon in my first cup of coffee for the day.
Oh, really?
So that's a little bit of sweetness to start it out.
He is such a hoot.
Then I switch to that bitter black coffee and get ready for the day.
There you go. All right, let's take a look at Mucinex. Fast Max Cold and Flu. This goes for less than $19. This bottle, tell us about it.
Yeah, so that one is a little more expensive as far as over the counters go, but that really is an all-in-one cough syrup. It helps with everything from the congestion, fever, runny nose, kind of aches and pains. That's all in one. You just take that 2 to 3 times a day. If you've got kind of allergies or flu symptoms, sinus infection, and that gets you feeling better.
All right. Then you go with this HBP for high blood pressure. Tell us about this product.
Yeah, so this one and the one coming up next as well. Coricidin's a real good brand, especially for people with high blood pressure. What it is it's decongestant free, and decongestants, especially people with uncontrolled high blood pressure, can be dangerous, cause a heart attack or something like that. So these products are safe for people with the high blood pressure, but they've still got the antihistamines and the expectorants in it. And so what that means is they still will dry your nose out, help cut back on the coughing, get you feeling better. Because that's something, when your nose is running and you're hacking all day, you can't get good sleep, can't be productive. So these get you feeling better.
Here's the other one, Maximum Strength. By the way, that one goes for $11.99. This one's for $15.39 for 24 liquid gels. So same thing, except it's maximum strength, right?
Yeah, that one's got a little bit higher dose of the antihistamine, and that one's got the Tylenol in it too. So that'd be, if you've got fever or aches and pains, things like that, that one would be a little bit stronger for you.
All right. Then we take, again, your product line's called Foster and Thrive. It's the original nasal spray. This goes for under $8, $7.49.
Yep, and this is the generic form of Afrin nose spray. And if you've got a stopped up nose, real bad sinus pressure and things like that, Afrin is the quickest acting nose spray you can get. You can only use it for about 3 days at a time, and you've got to take a break from it. But that one is real good for sinus infections and allergies right now. And something else we've been seeing a lot of lately is we're, even worse than last month, we're switching from air conditioning to heat and back and forth. People are having nosebleeds, and that's something, especially older people, if you are on blood thinners or aspirin, things like that, and are prone to having nosebleeds, Afrin is really good at stopping a nosebleed. It basically squeezes up those blood vessels in your nose, and where it cuts down that inflammation, that's what helps open your nose up, but it also is real good to stop a nosebleed quick.
Great advice, folks.
Selling a bunch of that.
You get it for free from Dr. Ed Carter from, again, Lincolnfield Drug Center. All right, these are the elderberry gummies, vitamin C and zinc. We take these. Again, these go for $15.09 for 50 gummies, non-GMO, gluten-free, and vegan. Tell us about these elderberry gummies.
Yeah, so that's ones we hit every month, but that's just because I believe in it. Vitamin C, zinc, and elderberry are all natural products. It's shown to boost the immune system. And that's something with school getting going, church gatherings and stuff, just events in general, especially sports and stuff coming up with spring. If you're going to be in a crowd, it's good to have that and keep your immune system built up.
I've got people now that won't shake hands, which is okay. They just want a fist bump because they think if you're shaking hands, you're swapping germs. Is that true?
So fist bumping swaps germs just the same, but it's shorter contact. So
that's like when people would do the elbows. The thought is you're not like if I shake hands with you, I may touch my mouth, but I can't lick my elbow. So that is a little bit cleaner, yeah.
Yeah. So fist bumps are better than handshakes. But the best one's an elbow bump like this.
Yep.
Well, go ahead. We'll bump.
Elbow
There you
bump.
go.
That's it.
I ain't touching my elbow, and he ain't either. So there you go. I never thought of that. That's good. So that's one way to minimize germs, spread them as fist bump versus shaking hands. This is big. What else can we be taking over the counter to help build our system up? The honey and this?
And that's something where that is a combination product. Some people have their stomach upset if they take zinc because it can be hard on your belly. So if that is something that you don't like the zinc, we've got plain elderberry or we've got plain vitamin C as well.
So are you layering up your immune system by, when I say that, you take this, you take some honey, take some vitamin C. I mean, do they counteract each other or do they complement each other?
So those are actually, this gets a little more sciencey, but the way they are classified is all water-soluble vitamins. So any excess, you would just pee out. So
There you go.
it doesn't hurt you to have enough. But, you know, back 50 years ago when people were eating food that they'd grown, real healthy food, they were getting all that from their diet. But anymore where you do fast food or go out to eat and everything's processed, you are still getting some, but you're probably not getting all that you need to fully support your immune system.
Good point. All right. So we'll close these butters. There again, I just bought the strawberry butter. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on row 2. And then on row 3, grape jelly, apple pie preserves, blackberry preserves, peach preserves, red raspberry preserves, and strawberry preserves. So that's another 5. So you got 17 different types of jellies or butters in this case and preserves. That's just in the first 2 rows. They're all right here on the other side of the camera. And so it's a Lingerfeld Pharmacy label. Here it is. And they sell the whiz out of them. This is for $8.99. I'm taking this one today. Go put that on a peanut butter sandwich night after church. And so you sell a lot of these. So what are the 3 most popular butters you sell?
The 3 best probably is our Honey Crisp apple butter. They say it's not quite as sweet as like a cinnamon, or I guess a regular apple butter, but it's not hot like cinnamon. So they say that's a good in-between apple butter. Then I'd say the blackberry butter and peach preserves.
There you go. All right. I've got the blackberry butter myself. I can tell you firsthand. During the storm, a lot of soup and peanut butter. Couldn't get out anywhere. So I had a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they were excellent. Can't go wrong with those. And blackberry butter. So today I'm taking home the strawberry butter. I'll report tomorrow how that goes because these are all available right here for $8.99, and you sell a bunch of them, don't you?
We do, yeah, sure do.
Yeah.
Oh, one other thing I was going to mention, meant to bring it up with Mucinex syrup and forgot. Something else that we offer not a lot of places do anymore is the Robitussin cough syrup with codeine. And that's something we keep behind the counter just because you've got a sign for it. And that's not a forever cough syrup. You know, you can use it for 3 or 4 days. But if you've got congestion down in your chest or you're coughing and can't sleep, that stuff really is about the best because it cuts through all that junk in your throat and helps you sleep. But we sell quite a bit of that too this time of year.
Robitussin with codeine. There you go. That's available here. Not many places have it, but they do here at Lingerfeld Drug Center, downtown Elizabeth, and right beside Carter County Bank, right here. Hours are open?
Here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
He knows what I'm going to ask him. The second one's going to be social media.
On Facebook is Lingerfeld Drug Center.
And the phone number?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
Great job, sir. I love coming down here. So our first segment was Valentine's Day. Got some really cool, inexpensive but practical gift-giving ideas that we showcased. And round 2, we showed over-the-counter how to help build your immune system and keep you feeling better. So there you go. Quick break. We'll finish it up right after this from Northeast Community Credit Union talking about the contactless Visa. Tom Taylor Sports Show got a brand new product. Tell me what's going on.
We sure do. We have contactless Visa debit cards, and some of you all have been asking and wanting to know, when are you going to implement that? We are hitting the ground running. So right now you can get your free instant issue contactless debit cards at Northeast Community Credit Union, and that's just another form of payment. So you've got the mag strip on the back, you've got your contactless invisible, what you want to call it, if you want to pay that way for tabless, or you've got your chip. So we're just staying up to date with all the things, and we listened to you. So you wanted that, and that's what we can provide. And we've implemented it with hard work, behind the scenes, a lot of teamwork, effort, and come get your contactless Visa debit card today.
Available now
Yes,
at all locations. Our locations are
they are in Roan Mountain, they are in Elizabethton, one in behind Elizabethton High School, our main office, and then we have one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
social media. How do we find you?
You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, or bemycu.org.
And the magic main number is
423-547-1200.
brand new product from Northeast Community Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Why Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton?
When everything goes corporate and everybody, you walk in and your customer number 1,799, here you're Tom, and we know who Tom is, we know who you are, and we do it the old-fashioned way. So we're big enough now that we can take care of everybody, and we can, get the good deals, we get the volume discounts and all that kind of stuff. And we're one of the last family-owned furniture stores in East Tennessee. But we're small enough that we know who you are and we can take care of you.
Absolutely. Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, at cannonshomestore.com on the internet. And just look up Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings on Facebook.
Hours are open?
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5.
And the magic phone number to call?
423-543-6937.
Be loyal, buy local. Biden Elizabeth from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're going to wrap it up here again. Show number 2445 in the books. Thanks again to Andrew Smith coming in from the Johnson City Press, Mr. Baseball Greg Salyer, Jeff Birchfield again from the Johnson City Press talking NASCAR and the Daytona 500. Andrew McKeon, the president of Carter County Bank, talking about the Shred Day coming up on April the 11th. Circle that date. If you've got something you want to have shredded, it's free. They'll do it from 9 till noon on the parking lot of Elizabethton High School. So come one, come all, and they average about 6 tons every year. They do this every year in the spring. A lot of people doing spring cleaning, and so that'll be on April the 11th. So I appreciate him coming by, and the obvious Dr. Carter from here at Lingerfield Drug Center. Out of time, we sincerely thank you, viewers. Back at it tomorrow. We'll go right down the street to the Jeweler's Bench, giving you ideas for Valentine's Day for the Day of Love. We'll be at the Jeweler's Bench tomorrow. Again, gift-giving ideas for Valentine's Day for the guys and the girls and the guys. We'll be there with Sherry tomorrow, broadcasting live from the Jeweler's Bench, again, for the obvious Valentine's Day 2026. And we'll wrap up the weekend, heading into the weekend, going into this coming weekend, the Valentine's Day weekend. We'll be at Food City and Gray on the Food City Friday. So there you go. All right, let's wrap it up. We always do with a verse to dedicate our broadcast to the man who hung on the cross. And it's his show. It's his world. If you think otherwise, then, you're wrong. And so this is very much his world. We're just passing through. Isaiah 64:8 says, "Yet, O Lord, you are our Father. We are the clay, and you are the potter. We are all the work of your hand." Boy, if that isn't the truth. "You have created us all with different talents and strengths, yet we should all have the same motive to glorify and honor you with our lives." Amen. That is, to know you and to make you known to others. As our potter molds us, Lord Jesus, into the people you want us to be, to glorify you. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for loving us unconditionally. There you go. We're to glorify him by what we say and what we do. And again, glorify through us and make him known to others. Pretty simple assignment. We don't always do it, but it's a pretty simple assignment. So good way to end it. Psalm 64:8. And so we will roll into tomorrow for the show number 2446 tomorrow from the Jeweler's Bench here in Elizabeth. Until then, for Dr. Ed Carter, this is Tom Turner saying, as always, bloom where you planted and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2445 today, 2,445th show from Lingerfield Drug Center in downtown Elizabeth. And see you back tomorrow. Have a great day. If you don't have a church home, we'd ask you to come join us tonight at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church on Watauga Road here in Elizabeth. And it starts at 7 o'clock tonight for prayer meeting, and the kids meet back in the Bobby Stout Lifetime Center. And so we'll be there, and they'll be there at 7 o'clock tonight with the kids' activities and prayer meeting and a great challenge every Wednesday night from Pastor Fowler, which starts at 7 o'clock. See them.